Welcome back, students, in our third video of teaching aptitude with the question series from 101 to 150. In this video, we are discussed about teaching aptitude questions. By completing this series, one can connect your thought and these questions explore educational philosophy and deeper teaching principle. Like after completing this series, student can examine historical perspective, psychological foundations, and they can focus educational objective and student development theories. Students can connect teaching practice to educational theories. Like first of all, our first question of this video. And student, I am requesting to you, if you like the video, please like it and share this video to other viewer. And please subscribe the channel for further notification you will get immediately. So first question is based on student development. Whose development is most important among students? Dedication towards work, importance of labor, affinity for religion, negative approach are in A, C, D. This is the self-confidence is the most development for student development. Okay. Then self-confidence enables all other learning and personal development. Next one, generating sports interest. The question based on generating sports interest, any effective method to generate interest in sport, showing a big league match, giving new sports gear, telling importance equal to study, or playing along with children. This related to the playing with children because telling about sports, not telling importance, not giving new sports car, not showing big luggage match. It means playing is the activity because activity participation and modeling behavior is the most effective. So playing along with children is the appropriate answer. Decline in teacher respect. Why teacher don't enjoy same respect nowadays? Because of tuition work, character not same, lack of dedication. These are all options. Combine all of these because multiple factors contribute to changing uh, expectation and respect of teaching in a teaching profession. Okay, then perception about teaching all are changed nowadays. Lack of study zeal. Reason student lack zeal to study. It means lack of motivation, well, future not bright, no conductive environment, or no need for dedication to pass. It means when minimal effort achieves passing grades, motivation decreases. It means minimal effort achieves passing grades. It means no need to dedication to pass. So it will be the appropriate answer for lack zeal to study. बिकॉज इफ यदि थोड़े से ही काम चल जाएगा तो फिर पढ़ेंगे कौन। इसका मतलब क्या है, नो नीड टू डेडिकेशन टू पास, है ना। तो ये लैक जिली टू स्टडी में यही कनेक्ट होता है। मॉडर्न विद्यालय है, मॉडर्न विद्यालय में जैसे नवोदय विद्यालय आर फोर रूरल चिल्ड्रन, अर्बन चिल्ड्रन और फ्यूचर सोल्जर्स और इंटेलिजेंस स्टूडेंट एवरीवेयर, कुल मिलाकर Quality education institutions serve talented students regardless of location. Navodaya Vidyalaya works for every student which are intelligent students. Okay. After that, best evolution method. Best method to evaluate student achievement. स्कूल की खासियत के बारे में क्वेश्चन पूछ रखा है। एनुअल एग्जामिनेशन होते हो जिसमें बाई एनुअल एग्जाम होते हो, क्वार्टरली एग्जामिनेशन होते हो जिसमें मंथली एग्जामिनेशन होती है, तो ऐसे स्कूल को हम बेस्ट एवोल्यूशन मेथड वाला स्कूल बोलेंगे। अभी रेगुलर असेसमेंट प्रोवाइड कंटिन्यूअस फीडबैक विद टाइमली इंटरेक्शन इंटरवेंशन। मोटिवेशन डेफिनेशन, who said motivation is generating interest in the student's mind? Kothari, okay, not a Thompson, not a Macaulay, not a Rabindranath Tagore. Kothari said motivation is generating interest in the student's mind. Complete name is Dr. D.S. Kothari emphasized motivations aspects in the education. Best teaching approach. Best way to teach a subject. Deem as knowledge. Explain in step. Associate with life's reality. Give sermons. It means associate with life reality. Real life applications are there, then a student can connect more. Real life connection make learning meaningful and relevant. After that, educated unemployment. Reason for educated unemployment, because of falling standards, spreading education, education without principle, education without objective. It means education without objective is the most appropriate reason for educated unemployment. Lack of clear objective leads to mismatch between education and employment. After that, meaningful examination. Special feature of meaningful examination are more mark than hoped, all get good marks, differentiate capable from incapable. Meaningful examination means a difference can be made between intelligent and not an intelligent student. It means differentiate capable from incapable students. Okay. After that, if you take such a exam, then all students become same. Like note can be choose on the behalf of their intelligence. So no meaning of examination. So meaningful examination gave a difference between two types of student, like capable or not capable. Okay. Effective assessment should be accurately identify different ability level. आफ्टर बात करते हो ideal seating arrangement. Ideal seating arrangement in the class, by roll of friends together, small children front, bigger back. It is a good arrangement for sitting in the class, because age appropriate placement considers physical and developmental needs. Best language teaching. Best language teaching is a textbook system, practice writing, correct pronunciation, not conversation technique. Because conversation technique, conversational practice develop practical communication skill. If you are not convey your message, your idea, your thought, then the system collapse. Okay. So conversations technique should be applied there for language teaching. Understand understanding difficult word. Practical method for difficult word. Give synonyms, give antonyms, teach uses in sentences. If you want to use difficult word in practical method, then apply it in sentences. Teach uses in sentences. Contextual usage provides the best understanding of word meaning. Okay, definition of education. Education is achieving ideas in lifetime, knowing life secrets, attaining professional ability, explore truth. Education works for exploring truth. Educational fundamentally involves the pursuit, the discovery of truth. True teacher knowledge. The true teacher has knowledge of subject, society, student, all of it. Because comprehensive knowledge across multiple domains define true teaching excellence. Curriculum design. Curriculum design should be revolve around truth associated with life reality, help achieve idea motivated by reason, not and a not. It is associated with life reality. Okay, because practical relevance to the life make curriculum meaningful. If not relatable to life, then curriculum become relevanceless. Okay, irrelevant. Montaigne Montaigne opinion on education based on personal experience, based on scriptures, based on books, influence of philosophy. Montaigne opinion on education is influence of psychology. Okay, Bacon's education objective. Bacon's objectives of education make ideal citizen, make useful for society, or capable to make living. Capable to make living is the Francis Bacon emphasized practical livelihood oriented orientation. Rigva on education. Rigveda mention education is Rigveda mention education as source of knowledge and enlightenment, not characteristics of civilized society, ultimate of life goal, knowledge, no. Source of knowledge and enlightenment. Ancient text emphasize education is illumination and enlightenment. Education and culture. Education preserves and make culture. Enriched, not defined, spiritual and popular among massive. It is enriched. Okay. Because educational both conserve and enhance culture heritage. Educational preserves and make culture enriched. Child's adopt habit means whose habit does child adopt? Friends, classmates, teacher. Most of because child belonging and spend maximum time within family. So family member are the main primary specialization and primary socialization and habit formation occur within family context. Informal education of child start from environment, not by institution, not by efforts, not by planned manner, because informal education start from environment, like informal learning, like naturally through environment interaction. Family and community learning. Learning in family and community is informal education because this learning by family and community by environmental learning. Okay, informal learning, informal education uh, comes from environment learning, and environment contains family and community. Unstructured learning in natural setting defines informal education. Okay. Unstructured learning like family learning or community learning are unstructured learning called natural learning, environmental learning, all around development exclusion. Not included in all around development means physical development, not only physical development, and it means not included. Physical development included, intelligence development included, moral and spiritual development, not on economically, because economically is not so important in all round development of student. Okay, economically development is not superior. Economic development is an outcome, not a course aspect of educational development. Gandhi's basic education based on face truth directly, become knowledge, see no, mold to society needs no, teach non-violence no, face truth directly. Okay, Gandhi education emphasizes direct engagement with the truth and the reality. After that, basic education foundation, basic education based on view that child learn with society cooperation, not more knowledge from books, not because child is not understand language of books so many. Better education through creative work. Okay, by learning through productive creative work was central to the basic education. Need economic motivation, need not be the answer. Purposeful creative activity. Because Gandhi's purposeful creative activity include embroidery, dyeing, and making clay toys. These are all activities which are purposefully creative activity. Okay, first, second, and third. Embroidery. In option 1, dyeing. In option 2, making clay of toy. In option in T. Various handicraft and productive activities serve educational purposes. Educational outcomes make student cultured, self-dependent, commercially prolific in moral values, also included all of these. Because education should make student comprehensive development included cultural, economically, moral dimensions. Population education means ratio of educated persons, need not entire population education, no. Population growth rate management is the appropriate answer. Population education is population growth rate management. Population education focus on demographic awareness and management. School and community. School should adjust to community life. Depend on community, not need not be developed. Ignore the communal background, not it should all of these no. It is adjust to community life because school should reflect and adapt to their community context. Educational psychology focus. Educational psychology focus. It relate to when and how. Okay, whom and till what time. Not time related to whom, not to whom. It is not partial. It is impartial. So not C, so not B and not C. So D already eliminated by B and C. Then only one left, A, when and how. Education psychology related when and how because education psychology focus on timing, when and how. Methodology of teaching by how. This is the method, process, methodology of teaching. Okay, when and how are important in this process of educational psychology. Maladjustment causes maladjustment develop when need not sent to school, needs ignored, excess parental love, cannot pass exam. Maladjustment develop when unmet fundamental needs are primary causes of adjustment problem. Needs ignored. Okay. Understanding maladjustment, it means to understand maladjustment, teacher gets for home child psychology study, not for principal, parents, friendly treatment, child psychology study. Because child psychology knowledge provide theoretical framework for understanding behavior. Child psychology study helps in maladjustment understanding of a child. Child psychology benefit. Child psychology study help understand discipline problem, parent ideal, improve not relatable abilities को improve तो किया ही जा सकता, physical abilities को give correct educational viewpoint not, because in child help understand discipline problem. Psychological understanding directly address behavioral and disciplinary issue. Most appropriate teaching help. Who help teacher teach most appropriately? It most class monitor note, background note, blackboard note, lesson plan presentation note, child psychology study. If you study child psychology, then you can easily handle your class real life class situation or problem. Okay, then child psychology study is the understanding information of all aspects of appropriate teaching practice, understanding student personalities. To understand complete student personality, teacher must know child psychology, need not maintain friend relationship, use knowledge and learning, need not meet parent regularly, need not. It must know child psychology. Systematic psychological knowledge provides comprehensive understanding in work. Meaning of learning is attainment of knowledge, enlightenment, achieving perfection, need not perfection, modeling of behavior. If you model the behavior of child, it means learning, objective of learning will be the fulfilled. Learning fundamentally involves behavioral change and adaptation. Okay. Curriculum preparation, consider student ambition, student needs, life need of student, all of these. Because comprehensive curriculum design consider multiple student-centered factor. It is based on not to be self-centered. It should be student-centered. It can contain student needs, ambitions, and life need of students. Okay, curriculum quality मीनिंगफुल भी होना चाहिए, फ्लेक्सिबल होना चाहिए, प्रोडक्टिव ओरिएंटेड, ऑल ऑफ दी. Maladjustment and frustration. Maladjustment in children is result of frustration. If children get in the process of frustration, if a result of frustration is a maladjustment. Maladjustment typically emerge as consequences of unresolved frustration. one get student depressed, then it enter into the process of frustration, and after frustration it will catch by maladjustment, a type of frustration. Okay, creating study org, important for creating study org, discipline need not, recreation need not. Most most helping process is motivation, because motivation is the fundamental driver of learning engagement. Okay. Mm. Motivation is the most important for creating study or motivation nature. Motivation is a motivation is a it is a psychological state, not a physical state, not a natural state. Intrinsic motivation. Meaning of intrinsic motivation. Work to win prize need not. Attend a skip punishment not. Complete work for fear not. Study to enhance knowledge. It is a intrinsic motivation, because intrinsic motivation comes from internal desire for learning itself. It is means self discipline, self motivation called like a intrinsic motivation. Superior motivation type. A teacher considers superior. Intrinsic motivation is the superior motivation, not extrinsic motivation, not both. Intrinsic motivation, because it comes from inside of the student, because intrinsic motivation leads to deeper and more sustainable learning. If you give extrinsic motivation from outside, it can work for small time. Long term learning process can come from intrinsic motivation, because it leads to deeper and more sustainable learning, because intrinsic motivation is always permanent motivation. Extrinsic, it may be temporary for some time. Child personality awareness. Child is, what is child? Child is a very careful about personality. Okay. Totally unaware of personality, no. Totally passive, very or liberal, no. Because child is very careful about personality. Children are highly sensitive to and conscious of their developing identity. Insulting student. Appropriate to insult student in classroom? No. When needed? No. Definitely no. Occasionally no. Nowadays, it is a big issue. If you insult the student in your own classroom, then resulting it will be most most difficult task to further take it in streamline of education. Okay. Insulting student is never appropriate professional behavior. Result of student insult. If teacher insult student, student may be become fighter, concentrate more on study, and respect teacher more. No, any one of these become fighter. It may be not a credential, or not a so credible source. By if you insult a student, then it come not a proper, because response of humiliation vary widely among individuals. It may work or not. It is not a correct method. Cyclone analysis pioneer. It means chief pioneer of psychoanalysis. Sigmund Freud is the chief pioneer of psychoanalysis. Sigmund Freud is widely recognized as a founder of psychoanalytic theory. Psycho plus analytic, Sigmund Freud. Easy memory method. Student remember easy crow, part method, whole method, sound method, coordination of part and whole. Student remember easily through coordination of part and whole because integrated approach combining analytically and a holistic method is most effective. So coordination of part and whole is the most appropriate method to remember easily. Best competition form. Best form of competition is it is a competition with own previous record. It is the best method of competition, not with competition with equals, group competition, individual competition with own previous record. लास्ट टाइम रिकॉर्ड आपको इम्प्रूव करके लेके आना आपके अपने आप से ही. इट इज द कंपटीशन विद ओन प्रीवियस रिकॉर्ड. सेल्फ कंपटीशन promote personal growth without negative comparison. Key psychological principle. Major educational philosophies revealed that Gandhian educational based on truth focused work centered learning. Okay. Philosophical fundamental foundation. Philosophical foundation means child centered, developmentally appropriate, holistic development, that is comprehensive growth across domain. Motivational theory, intrinsic or extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic is the most important and most superior motivation. Cultural transmission, education as a cultural preservation and enrichment. यदि आपको वीडियो अच्छी लग रही है तो लाइक सब्सक्राइब करना और वीडियो को चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके शेयर जरूर कर दीजिएगा. साइकोलॉजिकल फाउंडेशन ऑफ टीचिंग. की साइकोलॉजिकल इंसाइट, पर्सनालिटी अवेयरनेस, हैबिट फॉर्मेशन, एडजस्टमेंट पैटर्न, मोटिवेशन टाइप्स, memory methods, behavioral modeling, frustration management, and self competition. These are the psychological insight of a child development and their learning principle. Now, historical education perspective. Gandhi, thinker, and their contribution. Gandhi, basic education through productive work. Montessori, psychological foundation. Bacon, practical livelihood oriented education. Freud, psychoanalytic understanding. Kothari, motivational aspect. Kothari related with motivational, Freud linked with analytical, Bacon related with practical, livelihood oriented, Montessori, psychological foundation, Montessori based on foundation. Okay, Gandhi based on basic education through productive work. These are the thinker and their contribution. Modern education curriculum design related with life relevant, flexible, meaningful assessment regular बेस पे होनी चाहिए, डिफरेंशिएट करने वाला होना चाहिए और मीनिंगफुल होना चाहिए. स्टूडेंट रिलेशनशिप रिस्पेक्टेबल होना चाहिए, अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना चाहिए और मोटिवेशनल होना चाहिए. टीचिंग मेथड कन्वर्सेशनल होनी चाहिए, प्रैक्टिकल होनी चाहिए और पार्टिसिपेटरी होनी चाहिए. क्लासरूम मैनेजमेंट साइकोलॉजिकल लेवल पे करना चाहिए, प्रिवेंटिव के तौर पे और कंस्ट्रक्टिव लेवल पे आपको ये करना आना चाहिए. फाइनल सिंथेसिस क्या है इसका? क्वालिटी एजुकेशन इज इक्वल टू साइकोलो philosophical foundation plus psychological understanding plus practical relevance, student center approach. ये सब सारा मिल जाएगा तो क्वालिटी एजुकेशन मिल जाएगी. इसी प्रकार से यू एज ए योर रोल एज ए एजुकेटर, you are not just transmitting knowledge because you are shaping mind, building character and contribute to the society's future. यदि आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो इसको लाइक करना ना भूलें। कंटिन्यूइंग योर एजुकेशनल जर्नी, जॉन डेवी ने अब क्या कहा था बच्चों, एजुकेशन इज नॉट ए प्रिपरेशन फॉर लाइफ, एजुकेशन इज लाइफ itself. Education is not a preparation of life. Education is a life itself. Okay, John Dee. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep teaching. Thanks for joining our YouTube channel University Tutorial. यदि आपको वीडियो अच्छी लग रही है, यदि आप इससे कुछ भी सीख रहे हो तो आप इस वीडियो को लाइक करना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना और वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर कर देना बच्चे, ताकि मेरे को और भी इससे मोटिवेशन मिलता रहे और मैं इस प्रकार की वीडियो और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बना पाऊँ और आप तक पहुँचा पाऊँ। थैंक्स फॉर ज्वाइनिंग।